Hey guys, I wanted to talk about single parent, co-parenting, relationships. And the only thing, the only way for me to talk in real time is to go off of my own experiences. I have two children. I was a single parent for a little while. I had two absent parents who were not active or pretty much missing throughout their childhood. When I met my now husband, my kids were 5 and 6 years old. And throughout that time, he helped me raise them. So, when I said that they were missing, they were MIA with everything. And it's not like I kept, my kids from their dads. I didn't talk bad about their dads because I knew that, as they got older and they start to put, 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, whatever it may be, you add it up, they'll start to see, who their real parent was. I didn't have to put them down for that. But at no time did I keep them away. I prayed many a times that, that they would call them, come and see them without, us having to be in a relationship to do what they're supposed to do. And so, that didn't happen for quite some time. We had some in and outs, but for the most part, they were not there. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this, because I know how hard it is to raise kids. My kids are 26 and 28, and I mean, they're adults, but they're still my kids, and it's still, it's still a challenge. And so, everyone is quick to say, when you turn 18, I'm done with you. You're on your own, and you're never really done, especially if you are an active parent. So I would have loved, enjoyed, felt a lot of relief and less stressful if I had active fathers where we could amicably co-parent. But it didn't happen. So where do we go from here? Do we dwell on that? Let it, pull you down? Do you, just let it get the best of you where you can't function? No. I push mine to the back of my thoughts and my, you store certain things away so that you can continue to function. Because I always told myself, I got to take care of my kids. I got to do what I need to do to take care of them. So, I worked. I worked since I was 15. I went to school. I worked. I got home. We did homework. I fed them, clothed them, washed clothes, cleaned up. It never stopped. And as I've gotten older, I've realized that, everybody is different in the way that they perceive things, the way that they handle things. And so I do my best to try not to judge. What does bother me the most is knowing that you have a parent that is involved with the child, and the other parent makes it a living hell to be a co-parent. When you are dealing with a parent that I can only assume is upset because you're not together. And even if you're in a relationship, you still make it so hard for that other parent to even talk to you. My daughter's father, he was that way. If we were not together, he was not going to take care of her. And, and that was fine. I had to move on. Was it hurtful? Hell yeah, it was. But it didn't stop me from doing what I needed to do. And at any time, during the years of her youth, that he would come in, I would let him come in and be with his daughter. And, of course, I had to, sit down and talk to her and hold her and console her. And my son as well when they didn't show up or didn't return phone calls. So it was as if I needed to cut all ties, with them because it was hurting the kids in the long run. But I was not going to interfere in that. I was going to protect them the best that I knew how and could. And, if they decided to call them, I encouraged it. I didn't stop it. But at no time did I have anyone willingly, to be there and to co-parent with me. And so it frustrates me when I see women and men who are doing everything they're supposed to do to be great parents, and they have that interference from the other parents. So it makes the kids, it causes issues with them, and it divides them into, do I take up for mommy, do I take up for daddy, because they can't be put in the middle, because they can get a spanking, get yelled at and fussed at if they show any type of emotion leaning towards the opposite parent. And that is the most pitiful thing that I have ever seen and witnessed. And it hurts. I am an emotional person. When I care for somebody, I care for somebody. When I see someone that I care for that is being done wrong, it hurts me to my core, where I try to disconnect, but it is, I don't know what you call it. You know how I'm also a person where I can, if I'm around someone and they have, they just complain, that energy just drags me down, and it pulls me down where I have to physically separate myself, because if not, I literally get sick, nauseous, headaches. Like now, I have a headache just talking to you guys, and that's why I came on here to, just to talk about it, because it's like, what can we do? What should we do? How can you separate yourself, separate these feelings for, feeling a disdain in the things that's going on? When you are involved, how do you separate? For those of you who understand what I'm saying, even if you're not actually within that situation, what would you do to try to make yourself feel a lot better, disconnect yourself from it, so that way it doesn't hurt you so bad? Because it just, I swear, it bothers me. And I'm not going to jail. I don't want to be violent. I want to be honest in my words, but then you have to be mindful of the things that you say, because you have to think about the child that's involved. So this little vent, little car session, y'all, I'm just stuck in between two places right now. And so anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and take care.